So I'm going to go over this first practice quiz from linear piecewise functions. And so just notice that I do see that both B and D are exactly the same. So we're going to start with y equals 8. So I'm at y equals 8. So, okay, I've got something there, here, here, and here. And I want to go only to the right of 4. So here's 4. Okay, that's good. Here's 4. That's good. Here's 4. That's good. Okay, so they all go to the right. I want it to be closed dot. When it goes to closed dot, that's good. This is not. Eliminate. These are good. Okay. Now let's look down below. We're going to head to the left when it is y equals negative 8. So all of that is good. So I choose between these three, but I want it to be an open circle. This has closed. I eliminate it. These happen to be exactly the same. I'm going to change it for next year. Down below, practice graphing here. It looks like a step function. So I'll use the pencil here as I go through this. So I'm going to start with y equals 3. So for those that are just starting, here's the horizontal line y equals 3. And now I only want to include that between where x is negative 3, 1, 2, 3. I'm going to jump up until I hit that point and make a closed dot and go to negative 1, x is negative 1, jump up, and in between. Now I'm going to go to the line y equals negative 1, y equals negative 1, but I only want to go in between negative 1 and 3. So at negative 1, go to where x is negative 1. I'm going to go down to that point, making an open circle. Go to where x equals 3, going down to that point, making a closed circle, shading in between. And lastly, we're going to go to y equals 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And I'm going to go to where y equals 3, open circle, go up until I get it, y equals 5, or excuse me, x equals 3 and x equals 5, excuse me, and a closed dot at x equals 5.
Please transition to advisory.
All right, now on the back. This may look familiar. I'm first going to look at good intersection points here as I go, good intersection points. So for this first one, I can see it has a slope of 1 over 1, down 1, right 1, down 1, right 1, down 1, right 1. I can't see what the y-intercept is, so I'm going to go 1, 2, 3. I want to know, what is this point? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, plus 9. Now, when you see here, without the line, I can see that there is a boundary line at x equals 3, and this is to the right of that. So x's and 3's, it has to go to the right. So I'm going to make that arrow to the right. It also has an open circle at that point. We're not including it. The next is this horizontal line at y equals negative 1. And that goes between x equals 3 and 1, 2, 3, 4. So between 3 and negative 4. Now how do I know what symbols? Remember, we're going to go to the left of this first boundary line and look at this arrow. I'm going to copy and paste it into place. Now, how do I know if they have lines underneath? I'm going to include it at 3 and include it at negative 4. Lastly, I have a horizontal line at 1. And here is another boundary line. Again, it is at negative 4. And I want to shade to the left of that. So make the arrow to the left. There is not a closed circle, so I leave it as is.